Hey guys, this is Jay with the Jay Williams Experience. I am so excited, guys, because today I have an amazing guest. So I met her in a stage play I was in earlier this summer, and she's just awesome. She's an actress. She has a podcast. She's gorgeous. She is professional, and she is here. And her name is Brandi Brooks.
Hello. I am here.
Hey, I'm so happy you're here, Brandi.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Of course,
because I mean, looking at the
anytime.
weather outside, you know what I'm saying?
And my hair can't get wet either.
Right?
So
And she's
not
cute,
the fresh
honey.
retwist, y'all. Not the fresh.
That's
Okay.
right. That's very pretty, by the way.
Thank you.
You know, we're lock sisters.
I told you during the play afterwards, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, you do your hair all the time. I do switch it up.
Yes.
What I said, 2-strand twist. I'm coming for you.
You did. You
did.
did, and
Yeah.
you killing it.
Thank you.
You killing it. I
Thank
love
you.
it. See, with locks, being a lock sister is not easy, and
It's
it is
not.
not for the faint of heart. It is
No.
not easy. Okay.
I'm out here with the fresh starters. Okay.
You know, but the thing is you have to have a pretty face. To me, okay, this is just Jay's perception. You have to be pretty, okay, inside and out, and the right shaped head matters. Okay, everybody can't do that.
Don't make me
and
point to my forehead.
right, but girl, come on.
Okay.
Okay, we're not gonna talk forehead.
Okay.
But anyway, Brandi, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yes.
I'm super excited to have this chat with
I'm
you.
happy to be here.
And like I said, we were in a stage play together.
Shattered Dreams.
Shattered Dreams, written and produced by Niecy Dupfield Dobbins,
Yes.
who's an amazing writer, producer, and we had a lot of fun.
We did.
I think we bonded.
We did.
We did, right?
Yeah, you did my makeup the day
I
of the
did.
play.
I did,
Yeah.
y'all. I was in there working. They had me
She
working.
was.
They had me working. Okay.
She would come to rehearsal looking like this all the time.
Aw.
So made up. Okay, so why not?
Aw, thanks.
Why not?
Yeah, they had me working, but it was so worth it. And she was such an easy. I mean, look at the canvas.
I'm not.
It was just easy.
I'm not picky at all. I'm not picky.
But you know what? Okay, so let's just talk about that real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so I am a makeup artist.
Yes.
Okay, professionally, and I have a business.
Mhm.
And one thing that has always been a pet peeve of mine is when a person would come to me with a photograph and say, "Hey, I want to look like this."
That's
right?
impossible.
Well, okay, it is impossible. However, if you don't maintain your skincare regimen, if you are not trying,
Skincare
you know
is
what I'm
key.
saying?
Yeah.
It's huge.
Drink water, hydrate your skin.
It's too important. But when you have a canvas like this,
Stop
it makes it easy. Like the makeup
Yeah.
just loves her skin. And I mean, and so I appreciate that. Thank you, girl, for having good skin.
You're just
Because
making me smile.
you didn't
so
have,
much.
I didn't have to work too hard.
No, you didn't.
And I appreciate you
Very
for that.
simple. And I had a kind of versatile character. So
You
we
did.
really didn't need a heavy face beat.
Yes,
That
yes.
was
yes.
an interesting character for me.
Yeah. So let's
'Cause-
talk about Shattered Dreams. Let's
let's
talk
talk
about
about
the
it.
character. Yes.
Character.
Yes.
Big Vic, that was my character.
Yes.
So originally I got cast as an extra.
Okay.
Yeah, I got cast as an extra,
Mhm.
and she needed more people as the production went on.
Uh-huh.
And I saw Big Vic, and I
Okay.
of course was reading through the script. I'm like, this supposed to be some hard kind of dude. I'm like, let me see if I can do that.
Yeah.
Just to test it out. And I honestly asked her as a joke. I was
Okay.
like, what do you think Big Vic would be? Does it have to be a man? Can it be a woman
Yeah.
who want to be with the guys?
Yeah.
She was like, well, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I didn't think she would, but I wanted a speaking role. So
Yeah.
I'm like, if that's what it takes, let's do it. Let me show my range. So, and I'm not prissy,
hmm
dainty. I'm not a tomboy either.
Right.
So it was kind of easy for me.
Yeah.
Like I have 3 brothers.
hmm
I grew up, and I have a sister, and I grew up playing with the guys.
Okay.
So it really wasn't hard. It was more so just delivering the theatrical performance versus a film performance.
And there is a difference.
There's a difference.
Big time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm big on film,
Mhm.
whereas that was theater. So it was a little test.
Yeah.
It was a test because theater is here. And as you can see, I'm always here, very monotone. So
Mhm.
it's really hard for me to go there.
Okay.
But when you're in a theatrical production, you have to.
You have to.
Yeah, you have
And you killed it.
Thank
because
you.
she was Big
Thank
Vic,
you.
y'all.
Yeah.
And
Big gangster.
she was not to be played with. Okay.
Nah.
Just in case you were wondering.
It's like as time went on, I started getting more and more into it.
yeah.
And thank God I know how to get out of character. But
Mhm.
a lot of times I walked in there, I had to stay in character.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's how
I
it
love that
was.
though.
Yeah. And it's like around that time when the play started, I was really like going through some stuff.
Okay.
So I'm like, man, I need an outlet. Like I can't just come in here and be an extra. I need lines. I need something.
Sure.
When I go home, I need something to study.
You're like, I'm an actress.
I need something.
I'm an actor.
Give me something.
Yeah.
So it was therapeutic. It really was.
Yeah, it was an experience.
It was.
Let me just be clear, because when I agreed to do it, I actually was going to be in a fashion show for her the year before. It didn't work out for me, personal stuff. And then when we talked about this opportunity, I said, okay, I'll do it, but I don't want to have to. I was afraid to commit because I had been through some
theater
stuff.
is such a big commitment.
Listen,
it is a
girl.
big
I was
commitment.
tired. Okay, leaving work, going to rehearsal until 9:30.
Twice a week.
Those days came quick.
And I was in another theater production, and we rehearsed from, I want to say, Thursday through Sunday. I believe that was our schedule. Yes.
See, it is a huge commitment, and once you commit to it, you have to see it through. You can't be just like, I'm not gonna show up, because it's like algebra. You can't miss a day.
I wanted to quit halfway through Shattered Dreams.
Did you?
But my people already bought their ticket.
Okay.
So, and I knew it was no refund, so I feel like, why put them in that situation? You know, because they was gonna be mad at me.
Well, true.
Yeah, they was.
I'm glad you didn't.
I'm glad I didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't.
Yeah, you know, because of the commitment for me, it was a lot, and I was like, what did I do? What did I sign up for?
Yeah.
But let me just, you make a commitment. You see
That's how I feel. I signed the contract. I made a commitment, and I met some pretty cool people. I really did.
So yeah, and like I said, we really bonded. It was just different.
Yeah.
It was a different experience, and I'm really happy about it. I think, there was obviously some positive things that turned out.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, she killed big guys. Like, yes, she did. She did. Okay, so let's talk while we're talking your acting career.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
So you were an extra in the play. Was that your first experience?
No. So like I said, I'd done a play before that. That was my second theater play, stage play. I won't say it was my last, but it'll be a while before I do another one.
Okay, I got you.
Because I want to focus more on film. So all in all, my end goal is to be a director.
Okay.
Right now, I'm working as first AD on a couple projects.
Nice.
So, baby steps. But originally, when I started, I was a fan of commercials. As a kid, I can recite any commercial. You put it on the TV, I don't even have to see it. I already know.
Yeah.
So that was my thing. I always wanted to be in a commercial. As a kid, I didn't know they were actors. I thought those were real people. So I didn't think you had to be an actress to be in a commercial. So as I got older, I realized what you have to do. I took theater in middle school. And I took broadcast journalism. So I'm like, okay, as I got older, it's a process.
Yes.
Well, we wasn't rich, we wasn't poor, but that wasn't a focus. It's like you gonna play a sport or something, but acting, no. So as I got older, I wanted to do it more and more and more and more, but I never had the tools, couldn't tell you where to start. I couldn't tell you anything about it. So finally, during the pandemic, I forced myself to sit down and do research, and that's when I started taking acting classes. And so far, that was in 2022.
Yeah.
I've been in a Powerade commercial.
Okay.
I've been on a Tyler Perry set as a stand-in. I was invited to come back too, but scheduling conflict. What else? I've done Netflix. I've done a lot of independent film projects in Houston. I'm still trying to get my speaking roles, but I'm just enjoying the journey.
It sounds like you're on your way, though. I mean, come on, EGOT. You're on your way. I mean, really, like,
okay,
you're doing it.
Yeah, I mean that's the ceiling if there is one,
right?
But I mean that's the goal. But I want to learn every area of the business. Like I personally feel like if you can't not master theater, but if you're not good at theater, how can you be good at film? Theater is live.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Like there's no cut. You have to keep going.
Yeah.
Therefore, you pretty much have to know the entire script because if someone gets quiet, somebody has to speak because that's the pace.
Keep it going.
Right. That's the pace of a play.
Correct.
Whereas in film, I can say cut, let me do it again. Or the director say cut, do it again. Or you can mess up, you do it again. Or they can go back and edit.
Yes.
That's more of my style. That's more of my speed.
I'm with you on that. We had a conversation about the whole lot.
We did.
It is not easy. It's not for the faint of heart at all. And, during practices, I remember people missing their lines.
Right.
And the way others would just kind of catch up
Yeah.
anyway. And although it wasn't favored to improv a role,
Yeah,
you know,
it's not,
because it would mess everyone up.
Yeah, everybody else is gonna mess up.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of have to do that.
Sometimes
and that's,
you do.
Yeah, so I take classes with Charnel Brown from A Different World.
I love her.
Oh, so nice. That's my acting coach. So she always, like, she don't teach us anything. She teaches us professionalism.
Okay.
So even if there was like stuff I was disagreeing on or whatever, she always in the back of my mind,
you can hear
here
voice.
to act. There was times during the play I had to catch myself because I'm like, nope, you're not a director. You're not here to direct. You're here to act. So act. So
wow,
that's hard for me though, because I'm a very opinionated person. Like, very outspoken. Unsolicited opinion, unsolicited advice, but that's just
who
me.
You are. Yeah.
So a lot of times when I see stuff, I'm like, oh, somebody better say something before I do. But then again, I hear Charnel, be quiet. Like,
yes.
You know, so the journey has been fun. I think naturally directing feels just natural. Like, I don't need any training for that. Like, that's natural to me. That feels very, very therapeutic.
Okay.
So in the end, I do want to be a director. And
so that's the ultimate goal.
That's the ultimate goal.
That's where your heart is.
That's where my heart is.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so let's
films.
Go back. Okay. You said you were on a Tyler Perry set.
I was.
Were you just an extra on the set? What did you do?
So I got hired as an extra originally.
Okay.
But this was in New Mexico also. Okay. So when I got there, they said, no, you're the stand-in for the lead. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And they like, yes, you are. So I'm like, well, no, I'm not. So they go and do whatever they do. And they come back and say, yes, you are. So I said, okay, fine. Because they said, don't worry about wardrobe. You're just a stand-in. Mind you, I've never done stand-in work before. Okay. I'm literally thinking just go and stand where they tell you. Okay. And it can be like that, but in this case, it wasn't. So a stand-in, it's like if they need to do blocking. Okay. And the lead, she's getting ready, hair and makeup. She can't be there for them to set the lights, the camera. That's where the stand-in comes in. Got it. Like Tyler Perry had a stand-in. Okay. My character, her name was Destiny. She had a stand-in. There was another guy. He had a stand-in. So all of us were called second team. We all stay together. Okay. So wherever those characters go, we go. So if they have to be on set all day, so do we. And yes, that was the case. I was there. Yeah, I was there from 4 a.m. to maybe 10 p.m. Oh, wow. Very long day. Very, very long day. And I could be exaggerating the finish time, but it felt that way. Really? Yeah, we was there for a long, long time. Okay. But from what I gathered, Tyler Perry likes to start early and finish early. Okay. But there was some logistical issues, so we didn't start as early as we should have. But I had so much fun. Really? I got to see the sunrise in New Mexico in the mountains. It was so beautiful. I had so much fun. I've never been to New Mexico, so I have family in Albuquerque, so I used to go there a lot when I was younger. But I was in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, y'all. But I was there. Yeah. It was so beautiful. Really? Like, I've seen pictures. Beautiful. I've been to many places, but never there. I've only heard amazing things. It's beautiful. And you think New Mexico, you think Albuquerque. Yeah. And I know that there's more there. They're like, there's this amazing spa in Albuquerque. And I'm like, I need to go. But clearly there are other places. Yeah. And I'm a nature girl. Yeah. I like to hike. Yes. So that where we were filming was actually in the mountains. Okay. Now I couldn't hike, of course. We had to go on the cruise shuttle. But I would have. But yeah, so I was in my element. Wow. So I didn't care that I was there all day, to be honest. I didn't care. That's so awesome. Yeah. And you were recently in Oregon. I was. Yeah, so I follow her on social media. I don't want to sound like a stalker. I'm not a stalker, but I do. She has some amazing pictures. So you were in Oregon recently. I was. On vacation. Yeah, in Portland, yes. Yes. How was that? It was beautiful. Yeah. It was so beautiful. The pictures were amazing. So a fun fact about me, I'm a get up and go type of person. Okay. So I'm blessed to have a mom that works for an airline and a sister as well. Okay. So when it comes to flying, no problem. Yeah. Book the flight and let's go. Don't take it for granted. But I mean, it's standby, but who cares? Right. So like when I have a bad week and I have room, I'm like, well, where can I go now? That's really what that was. I was just having a bad week and I was like, I need a break. You're a jet setter. Yeah. So I went to Eugene last month, Eugene, Oregon. And I stopped in Portland briefly, and I told myself I have to come back. Yeah. So I went, and it was so beautiful.
So was it just a random decision to go to Oregon? Because,
Well, in Eugene, that wasn't random. I have a friend who runs track for Team USA. Well, she's a triple jumper. Okay. And that was the Olympic trials. And so she was trying to qualify for the Olympics. No way I'm going to miss that.
No way.
Remember I told you I was in a wedding?
Yes.
It was her wedding.
Oh, wow.
So, we've been friends since pre-K.
Nice.
So I couldn't miss that. But I heard about the waterfalls, but you have to go to Portland. There's nothing in Eugene.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing.
And how close are they?
Not close. Like 2.5 hours.
Okay.
So I drove to Eugene by myself. Yes, I did.
You did?
I did.
I love that, though.
I did. When I went to, I did a birthday trip by myself. I went to Palm Springs and Phoenix. And I stayed in Flagstaff, but I had to get to Phoenix, Arizona to fly out. It was like a 2-hour drive or something like that, all in the mountains, all on the cliff on the edge. I pulled over a couple times. My hands were sweating. I was nervous, but that's the type of stuff I do.
Wow. I admire that. It takes, you have to be a very strong person to be able to travel by yourself. And I've heard great things about solo travel.
It's peaceful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Like, I haven't done out the country yet. Okay. I'm still dabbling domestically. Yet. Oh, yes.
You're like, it's happening.
Yes, because I love Jamaica, so I want to just get up and go to Jamaica.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah. I love that.
But not international, we haven't gotten there yet. We got to make our way there.
Yeah.
I got to do more research.
For sure.
On international
You can't be out here with these crazies, girl. You know what I'm saying, by yourself.
And sometimes, honestly, I feel like I give off an aura, a vibe when I'm traveling. Don't bother me, because no one bothers me.
Oh, well, that's good.
No one. Like, I was in Portland, I was hiking, no signal or anything, just music and vibes. Nobody bothered me. Like, if for a moment I thought I was lost, asked for help, and they, go here, go there. Yeah. Oh, you by yourself? Oh, have fun.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that, because when I went to New York on business years ago,
New York
I look like a tourist. Girl, I was looking at all that, and someone walked up to me and he goes, "You're not from here, right?" And I said, "What makes you say that?" He said, "Because you're walking down the street looking up at the building."
New York
and he was right, and I didn't want to put that kind of target on my back. I was like, "No, I'm from here." He's like, "Well, the Southern draw."
Yeah, I was about to say accent alone. When I go to New York, they always ask, "Where you from?"
Always.
You have a thick accent. What kind of accent?
Well, I don't hear it. So
when I went to a few restaurants in Portland, I had waitresses and waiters saying, "Oh, where are you from? I know it's not here because I can hear it in your voice."
Yeah.
So
isn't that interesting?
It is, because it's normal to us.
Correct.
But when we go out, we're like, accent.
Exactly.
This is me.
Right. So what inspires you, Brandi, to keep going, to do what you do, to travel, to the love for travel, to pursue your dreams? Like, what keeps you inspired?
That's a loaded question. That's loaded. A lot, to be honest. Like, I don't like to portray like I had a hard life growing up. Okay. But it wasn't easy. And like, we had to deal with Hurricane Ike. I don't know if you remember Ike.
I do.
That was kind of the downfall of like stability, if you will, for my family. Parents were going through a divorce at the time, so it was a lot. And 5 kids. My mom's a flight attendant at the time as well. So just kind of getting those experiences as a child, and as you grow up and you look back on life, I personally get inspired to not live the life I once lived. Like, when I got my first apartment, I told myself I will never, ever go back home. Like, ever. So I do everything I can to keep my bills paid. I do everything I can to keep my job. I do everything I can to land these acting roles. I do everything I can to elevate myself and my career. That includes therapy. Lots of it.
I'm here for it.
A lot of it.
It's a must. It's a must.
And it's very helpful. But I just look back and I honestly just don't want to live the life I used to live. Okay. That really keeps me going. Yeah. It really does, because on days I want to give up, I think about how it was maybe 8 of us total living in my grandma's house, 3 bedroom, 2 bathrooms. It wasn't ideal. Yeah. Because my uncle's there as well, my mom's there, her kids, my grandma and grandpa. So I just think about the times where I remember my mom struggling about how she's gonna feed us.
Yeah.
You know, I remember my grandma, when my mom goes to work, I got 5 kids I gotta feed while she's gone, you know?
Yeah.
So I just think back on times where God really blessed us.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful.
Well, the beautiful thing about it is, you know, there's always purpose in your pain.
Yes.
And clearly that's the direction you're headed because you're focused. I mean, you can always say, you know what, well, this is what happened to my parents and well, there's anything better for me or whatever, but you choose to go in a positive direction and that's beautiful.
Yeah. Like really I don't want it to sound harsh. I don't mean it in a harsh way.
No, I understand.
But my parents taught me a lot of what not to do. So I really take that in every aspect. They taught me what not to do. Yeah. I look at more of that more than what they taught me to do. Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of how I keep going. Because, I mean, you just got to learn from their mistakes. Learn from your own and theirs too. Yes. Times have changed. Times do change. You have to evolve with time.
You do. Whether you want to or not, honestly, and be okay with pivoting. Yeah, if you have to.
Yeah, if you have to, it's okay. Yeah, I'm learning that too.
I love that. Yeah. I mean, it's true. I mean, you just have to, and it's a blessing, like I said, to learn from others. It is, you know, and I think we've all been there. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, so, even during the play, I learned a lot from everybody. Like honestly, this sounds crazy, but a big thing I learned is, just you never know what nobody going through. So you have to really, really, really be kind to people. You do. A lot of people were really going through some personal issues. And a hello, or how you doing, or that rehearsal really turned their day around. Yeah. And I'm very observant. That's why I'm so quiet for a while, because I have to observe and learn everybody. But I realized that some people, when they would come in there, it's like a relief. Like, this is what I love. I love theater. Man, we got so much going on out there, but we can come in here and just let it all out. Yes. So.
Yes. And that is true. Yeah. I didn't think about it like that, but you're right. People were going through all kinds of things, as everyone typically is, but it was a great outlet.
It was. Notice how on like the last rehearsal, everybody got all emotional, including me. Including me. Yes. You know, because that was therapeutic for people. I even had to explain to a cast member. He said, I heard y'all was crying after that. That's crazy. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you don't get it. No. Like, you must lack empathy, because it's not just we don't get to see each other no more. It was really an outlet for some people. Yeah. Like, this could turn somebody's day from a really bad day to a good day.
And it takes just one smile, or one hello, or how are you doing, or a hug.
Or let me share your snacks.
Right. Well,
I'm hungry.
And then there's there.
You know, it's just little stuff. But my point is, you just never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Always be kind.
I really learned that.
That's great.
Yeah, I did.
That's awesome. Okay, so can we talk about your locks real quick?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I love them. I love them.
Thank you.
I really do. And I'm so proud of you for taking that step and
July
just doing
23rd.
it.
Yeah.
The journey's great. It's a journey, though.
Is it?
Yeah, and you have to just give yourself grace.
See, my problem is I want my hair to look like yours next month.
Oh, well. Listen, I can help you with that. Okay?
That's my problem. Like, that was my problem starting my lock journey, because my natural hair was pretty long when you straighten it, and I just wanted it to keep growing and growing and growing. Well, you can't put that much heat on it if you want it to lock up how you want it. So at some point, I had to cut it out and just lock it up.
Yeah. Well, you are versatile, because I've seen you on, like, social media and in person for the play, and you would just change it up, and it was always cute. That's one of the things I love about us.
Oh yeah,
we can change
it up.
Oh man,
I do not keep the same hairstyle for long.
No.
So one thing about growing up, my mom, she kept her hair done. That was a non-negotiable.
Yes,
I'm talking about grease all up here. There was no edges back then. They didn't do that. Right, it was all slick back,
tight,
and she did not do the one ponytail. That was unacceptable. It had to be 2 or more. Okay, maybe that's why I hate it now, because that I mean, but she instilled that into her girls. You do not go anywhere with your hair that's not done. Yeah. You don't. And that's really, I carried that. I don't go nowhere without my hair done.
I know, that's right. Well, the wonderful thing I love about locks is that, I mean, the less I do to my hair, the faster it grows.
There you go. The less is better. Yes.
Because like you, I would change my hair. I don't know if you've ever seen any of my pictures, but I went from blonde to black to short to long to braids.
Switch it up. Yeah.
And I finally just got to the point where I was like, you know what?
I did too.
And I didn't want to look like everybody else.
Yeah. I keep braids. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Because I work out a lot and I sweat a lot. So there's no point to get it flat iron, a silk press, none of that. First of all, we did not call it a silk press until I don't know when, but it is called a wash and flat iron.
That's it. Okay? Flat iron.
What is a silk press?
I know.
I'm sorry, I got off topic.
true.
Sorry.
It's true.
Yes, I don't know what's going on. That's another reason why I wanted locks too.
Mm-hmm.
The braids are getting more expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Inexpensive. I don't have time for it.
Yeah.
I'm cheap.
I mean, and then to put them in and only be able to keep them in for so long, then you got to take them all out and then start again.
Especially
and pay
if I'm
money.
sweaty, I sit in the sauna, so all that.
Yeah.
Just no.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Come on, Carefree.
Here we are.
Lock sister. I love it.
Here we are.
I love it so much. I am so happy that we did this.
I'm happy too.
I love this. I think you're so great. I really do. I'm excited about your future. It's going to be amazing as it is. And going forward, it's going to get greater and greater.
Thank you.
Keep leveling up.
I'm happy now. This is like the happiest I ever been. Like, honestly, long story short, I know we.
No.
Long story short, during the play, this was like May. We're going to say May.
Okay.
I put myself in a really bad situation.
Okay.
And it cost me someone important in my life.
Okay.
And that's hurtful.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that it's your fault. You know?
Yeah.
So I was like the whole month of May.
Not here for it.
Say something to me, I might snap. Didn't really care I just really didn't care, to be honest. But it wasn't really until after the play, said person didn't come. And I'm like, man, life goes on. Take accountability for your actions. Stop wanting people to feel sorry for you. Do the work. Become a better person. Cleanse your soul. Ask for forgiveness and move on. And ever since that day, I've been feeling so good.
Really? You released yourself?
I did.
That's great.
Because I felt horrible. Like, really bad.
Yeah.
Really, really, really bad. Because, I feel bad.
Yeah. But you're better.
Way better.
Good.
Way better. Therapy, friends, working out,
That's a great outlet.
It is.
Yeah.
Journaling. All of that.
Oh, you're doing the work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for you.
Trying to think before I speak. Watch what I say. My delivery is harsh, but now I deliver with love. And if I feel like it's going to be harsh, I'm just not going to say it.
Wow. That's growth.
That is. Tell you something. Because I've been turning the other cheek too much lately. But it's okay.
Yes.
It's okay.
See,
it's okay.
That's me. I'm learning to just like sit and not say anything.
Everything
hard. Doesn't require a response.
That's true. And it's hard because remember I said I'm opinionated, I'm outspoken. So it's hard for me to just
keep it.
But honestly, it's like sometimes I think, is it even worth it? Is it worth my energy? Is it worth disturbing my peace?
Yeah.
Then don't worry about it.
I hear you. I love that.
Thank you.
I'm happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Pat yourself on the back for that.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so how can our viewers follow you, Brandi?
Y'all can follow me on Acting Like Brandi with an I, Brandi, Acting Like Brandi on Instagram, Brandi Brooks on Facebook, and I do have a podcast on YouTube. We going through the relaunch stage. It's called The Black Way Podcast, just how it's spelled. But y'all will see that soon. But
thank you, Brandi. This is really nice. I am so
happy
for having me. That you're here. I appreciate it.
I can talk now, so
I love
I'm
it,
glad
girl.
You only kept it at 30. I can talk about everything.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's nothing. There's nothing like having a voice.
Yeah,
something to say. Hence her podcast. So y'all make sure y'all go and check it out.
The Black Way Podcast.
The Black Way Podcast.
Acting Like Brandi.
Yes. And make sure you subscribe and make sure you subscribe to the J. Williams Experience
Williams Experience.
And until next time, thank you guys for joining.
Thank you.
See you next time.